The world is never going to be the same again.
I'm worried about the world.
The mass chaos and crises that there was in the world, it's going to be just like that now.
This is not an accident.
How long is it going to last? Longer than, even for those of you that have some cash in the bank, way past your cash reserves.
Out of 100 people, 4 will get the message.
This thing isn't going to be over in a few weeks. This thing isn't going to be over in a few months.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Bearable Bull here. And I got this aggressively average content for you today. As guys, I'm feeling spicy today. Bitcoin has gone up to $42,000 off the bullish news that they're not going to obliterate crypto markets. Ladies and gentlemen, a statement was leaked yesterday by Janet Yellen on the executive order on digital assets. And let me tell you this, it brought chills down my spine as I think they get it. Here, we see that it writes Biden's historic executive order calls for a coordinated and comprehensive approach to digital asset policy. It should result in substantial benefits for the country, and it will also address risks related to illicit finance and threats to the financial system. Ladies and gentlemen, these are all reasonable things, very grounded, and I like it. Here, it also discusses the important cross-border dimensions, digital assets having important cross-border dimensions, and working with international partners to promote a robust standard and a level playing field. Now, that phrase, a level playing field, has been used amongst the XRP community, Ripple, politicians for a long time, and this type of language is important. This right here, my friends, in my opinion, is bullish. Not just for XRP, but for the entire market. Now let me make myself clear. They have a particular focus in preventing risk to financial stability and national security, illicit finance. Ladies and gentlemen, all your nonsense coins, meme coins, bullshit NFTs are going away. Remember the other day the SEC is looking to regulate NFTs as well. We are going to get the washing out of terrible cryptos and terrible projects from the space. And they're looking into climate-friendly cryptos. Here, before I continue, let me show you this thread by Brad Garlinghouse and numerous other threads that let me know that our future is secure. Like many of you, I thought the Biden executive order would acknowledge crypto, but not detail specifics on the next steps of regulation. However, I was pleasantly surprised and inspired by the executive order acknowledging the need for evolution and alignment of the government's approach to crypto. First and foremost, this is an affirmation that crypto is here to stay. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't believe the words I'm reading right now. For a long time, we've been the Wild West, and now we're getting confirmation from the highest levels of the United States government that we're here to stay and we're going to thrive. The compliant cryptos and green cryptos and fast cryptos are going to absolutely go to the moon. And I'm so excited, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot hide it, ladies and gentlemen. The moment we've all been waiting for is fast approaching. And this was the first step. Thoughtful policy involves time. Brad then goes on to say, the White House finally says what we in the industry have been saying for years. If the US wants to maintain its status as a responsible tech leader, it needs to provide a clear regulatory framework for an industry that's exploding in growth. Years of damage done by the SEC's siloed regulation by enforcement approach can be undone through collaboration between agencies. Ripple stands ready to educate and assist. And guys, let me tell you this. I think we're going to get government stepping in not just with this SEC lawsuit against Ripple, but against the SEC's reign over the entire space. I believe they should in fact get some powers. But little old Gary got a little power hungry. And you better believe they don't know what the hell to think right now. Jeremy Allaire, CEO of Circle, also had his 2 cents to put in. White House executive order and U.S. government strategy for digital assets. A thread. This is a watershed moment for crypto, digital assets, and Web 3.0, akin to the 1996-97 whole government wake-up to the commercial internet. The US seems to be taking on the reality that digital assets represent one of the most significant technologies and infrastructures for the 21st century. It's rewarding to see this from the White House after so many of us have been making the case for 9+ years. And guys, it's been a long 9 years. I've been in the space for 6 years now. And what I'll tell you is, I can't believe what's going on now is happening. Finally, this is going to be a bumpy road to the finish line. But crypto investors, we're not opposed to volatility. We embrace it. We've already experienced a 70 to 75% correction across the board for some altcoins. About 35% for Bitcoin. And guys, we've already gone down. Then we've been trading sideways. Markets only move in 3 directions. And I believe we're about to explode. Specifically, the executive order calls for nearly every relevant federal agency to take on understanding and developing policy positions that understand and address risks, but that support innovation and U.S. national economic competitiveness. We're at a turning point in geopolitical and geoeconomic systems, and the U.S. now has the opportunity to lean into an open internet native economic infrastructure, while others focus on closed, tightly controlled, and privacy eroding alternatives. In many cases, the executive order sets out initiatives to explore and engage in constructive problem solving around known risks that exist with the legacy financial system and the new Web3 world. Privacy, security, financial inclusion, and global competitiveness for the United States. Guys, this language is synonymous with Ripple's mission. Financial inclusion is one of their goals, and I believe all of these cryptos, like the XRPs of the world that have not yet reached their all-time highs yet, and like the Stellars of the world that have not reached their all-time highs yet, these are compliant cryptos that, in my opinion, were waiting for regulations before they had their full-fledged bull run. And now, as we're quickly approaching that moment, I expect things to explode. I remember the other day when I brought up that I had turned bullish, absolutely bullish on the market. People were beginning to turn on me. What was the reason? The reason was due to geopolitical tensions. The reason was because they were afraid. I remember showing you evidence of why buying the invasion was a bullish scenario. And boom, like clockwork, we are up quite a bit right after. In addition, I remember presenting to all of you the bullish scenario for this executive order. The reason being that the FTX CEO was Joe Biden's second biggest donor to his campaign. Welcome to the party, my friends. Altcoin season is upon us. And right here, I believe cryptos that will be compliant and help with central bank digital currencies, help with stable coins, will go through the roof. While there is reference to continued research, this executive order is appropriately focused on the here and now of rapid growth in digital assets and stable coins, and getting it right so that these technologies can flourish in a responsible manner. For those of us in the crypto community, this executive order should be viewed as the single biggest opportunity to engage with policymakers on the issues that matter. And guys, what I'll say to all of you is that this is definitely a call to action. Hit up your local politicians to make sure that we get incredible policy for this space. Guys, we could get bipartisan support for the crypto industry. We have people like Tom Emmer letting us know that Elizabeth Warren's take on US exchanges, on Russia being able to circumvent sanctions, is wrong. US regulated crypto exchanges are compliant with sanctions, and that fact alone highlights the need to foster crypto innovation. This is misinformation by Senator Warren, and there are politicians that are stuck in the old days, or maybe are corrupted by the banking institutions, that we have to keep our eyes on. We cannot stop. This was the single best moment in crypto history, in my opinion, and I cannot stress to all of you the money we're going to make as a result of our patience and hard work is going to be astronomical. Crypto is one of the only ways to securely and reliably get funds to Ukraine. That's a positive narrative for the state of the crypto market, and with the current administration in office and given this type of green light to the space, oh baby, you better believe it's pedal to the metal time. And I remember when I was talking about altcoin season, what could the catalyst have been? I think this may be the catalyst we've all been waiting for. Environmentally friendly and compliant cryptos are going to the damn moon. And there's nothing that can stop this industry. Now, ladies and gentlemen, to cap off this video for today, I'm going to show you something important specifically from this White House executive order, highlighting language that we have used universally in the XRP community for a long time. Guys, right here, it states many Americans are underbanked and the cost of cross-border money transfers and payments are high. This is XRP's use case and what we've been trying to solve for the past decade. The US has a strong interest in promoting responsible innovation that expands equitable access to financial services. There are people that are underserved by the traditional banking system, including by making investments in domestic cross-border funds transfers and payments cheaper, faster, and safer, and more cost-efficient access to financial products and services. Ladies and gentlemen, this language right here is humbling to read. This language right here is something that we have been regurgitating from documents by Ripple exactly, as well as Stellar, for the past 4 years. Since I have come to this community, for the past 4 years, this is all we've been talking about. Financial inclusion, underserved communities, not served by the banking system, making cross-border transfers cheaper. This is a multi-trillion-dollar problem, and XRP was meant to be a multi-trillion-dollar solution. This executive order made me extremely bullish on the market, and I hope you're all beginning to understand why I went from uncertain to the state of the world and the market, specifically, to very bullish. I did a complete 180 2 weeks ago, and now you guys all understand why. Market indicators were pointing in this direction, and I hope all of you are beginning to understand what moment in history we're in. The new financial system is literally being birthed now. Problem, reaction, solution, scenario. Problem, Russian invasion. It's causing ripple effects in financial markets. Sanctions have been forced, and the cracks in this current financial system are being exposed. Everyone's pivoting away from the new system. Everyone's pivoting away from the old system. And right now, this new technology that we're all invested in is the new one. I can't believe we're here. The party is about to begin. And while I always recommend staying as grounded as possible in this market, today and this executive order is a moment to celebrate. This is a historic moment for the XRP community and the crypto space as a whole. And you should all celebrate. I'm so excited and I just can't hide it. And guys, I don't know about all of you, but I think I'm definitely hitting the club tonight. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Bearable Bull here. Thanks for tuning in. Well, all that's being said, I have a special announcement. To my Udemy and OnlyFans communities, I have been working on approximately 30 minutes worth of content for each of those communities. And I'm about to post those very soon. As we're coming down the home stretch, the level of work that we need to put in is going up exponentially. And these few resources I'm about to provide you are going to help a lot. As always, guys, I appreciate every single one of you. Now I'll be back tomorrow with another video.
You want to know how to be a successful investor? The answer is stay with what you know. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to TV people, internet people. Just stay with what you know. If I told you you can only have 20 investments in your life, you would be very careful. You wouldn't be jumping in and out, listening to hot tips every day, every month. You would stay with what you know and you would become a successful investor. Everybody watching this knows a lot about something, whether it's fashion or cars or sports or something. When you see something that you know is going to be successful and exciting, don't just say, oh, that's going to be great. Don't tell all you. Then you go and you do your research and you figure out how to and if you should invest and how to invest, and then you invest. You will know it long before I will, or long before other people in the investment community. You will also know when to sell, because you will know when something's going to change again. Nobody likes to hear it. Everybody wants a hot tip. Everybody wants to be rich this month. In those days, we did nothing but focus and concentrate and dig deep and dig deep and dig deep.